Hey everybody, I'm Rom,
I'm Ren.
and we're educators at Kid Museum.
We want to show you today how you can set up a project in BandLab for building a song, and also how you can set up a rhythm track with drums and other sorts of percussion.
So the first thing that we need to look at is right up here, it says 120 BPM. That stands for beats per minute, and that's how fast your song is going to be. A song like Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival, if you know that song, that's at about 126 beats per minute. So I'm going to just double click on this box right here and type in 126. Now, the time signature for your song is also important. It's how your song is broken down, the same way a paragraph is broken down into sentences. A song needs to be broken down into bars. Most rock and roll songs, most pop songs, most hip hop songs are in 4/4 time. So I'm going to leave this in 4/4 time. But if you want to change the time signature of your song, you can either click on the numerator and change it, or you can click on the denominator and change it. In order to rename your song or name your song, so you don't want it called New Project, we're going to call this, I'm just going to double click on this and change it to Ren in Brahms Beats. The last thing that I want to remind you to do with frequency, because BandLab does not autosave, go up to the top right corner here and click Save.
I want to show you how you can create a beat for your song, how you can set up a drum track and get a rhythm going. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to this button here that says Add Track. This will let us add basically a new musical part to our song. This lets us add instruments, a drum machine, our voice on a mic, or other recordings of things. For now, we're going to do a drum machine. And you can see that now a row has been created here. And this row belongs to the drum machine. This represents the sounds that the drum machine makes. And down here, we can program our drummer by clicking individual cells in this grid. So I could add a new sound here, and maybe a new sound here, and so on. And I could also change the particular drum kit that I'm using. Right now we're on an 808 kit, but if I go over here, I can select a whole bunch of other drum kits or other pad kits. And you should explore these a lot and figure out which sounds best for your purposes for the song that you want to make. We can hear the effects of these changes by hitting play. And this is pretty fun to play around with, so I recommend experimenting with these. Also, there's a part of our drum machine track up here that says Part B. This is a part of our song that we didn't write the pattern for, so I'm just going to go ahead and right-click this and hit delete. Now what's really cool about our drum tracks is we can get them to repeat over and over again, which is really efficient. So if I want this to repeat for a longer amount of time, I can click and drag where this little curly arrow is and make my loop much longer, so this same pattern will repeat many more times, or I could have it happen just once. And I could also shift this around so that maybe it happens later in the song or earlier at the very beginning.
In addition to saving frequently, you're going to want to make sure that you download your tracks, especially after you've built a whole bunch of them together. And you're going to want to share this stuff with your friends, your family, the rest of the world, really, if you want to. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. The first thing we do is go to File, click on File, go to Download, go to Mix Down As, click on that. And then we're going to go to highest quality MP3. You might be tempted to put the bigger WAV file on your computer. It's going to take up a lot of space and be a lot harder to share, especially if you want to use email. So I'm going to click on highest quality MP3 and download it. It's going to take a second, and there we go. All done.